resilience in the fold, hedge pressurizing, the charts are bold, daily bands rapping, stories untold. Riding with rockets through your AI, up we go, reaching for the sky. Every train home never dies, on the edge as the numbers fly. Checking the charts, midnight glory, heartbeat thumping, another story. Green and red flashing, voices loud, future kings standing on their cloud. Riding with rocket scooter AI, up we go, reaching for the sky. Every train home never dies, on the edge as the numbers fly. The pulse ascending, mind on fire, never ending. Trees of gold, endless fight, push on through the endless night. Riding with rocket scooter AI, up we go, reaching for the sky. Every train home never dies, on the edge as the numbers fly. Checking the charts, midnight glory, heartbeat thumping, another story. Green and red flashing, voices loud, future kings standing on their cloud. Checking the charts with your AI, up we go, reaching for the sky. Every train home never dies, on the edge as the numbers fly. Checking the charts, tracking the charts, midnight glory. Sanctuary in awe, it's blending, mind on fire, never ending. Dreams of gold, endless fight, push on through the endless night. Push on through the endless night. Push on through the endless night.
The real question is, do we redo the intro song? I love hearing it. That's why I keep playing it. We jump back into the stream. Do we need the interruption? Should we just jump back to being live? What do you guys think? I mean, the intro song just like pumps me up and gets me going. I don't know. Welcome back, guys. All right, hit that like button if you don't mind. Do me a favor, smash that like. We're gonna start doing maybe afternoon giveaways too at some point. Once we get the numbers up pretty high, we might do afternoon giveaways. But all right, okay. I grabbed the proxy trade on I grabbed S&P long just on that first dip when Apple hit a bull's own bottom. Just with one contract, just on one account. Nothing crazy. I'm up 8,000 today, something like that. I'm in no hurry to give it back. I'd like to get that full run up to upper DD band, be kind of nice, but we'll see. And actually, we were talking about on the stream earlier, Bull Barbie is saying she has like she gives away lotion as her and her merch stuff. So Bull Barbie has a merch shop. I got to see this lotion. We were all talking about lotion and oil today. Other treasures? Where do we have? Wait, here it is. Here, I found it. This is it. This is the secret My Funded Futures oil that we all talk about. H Nude Foot Lube. There you go. That's it. That's the merch. I wonder if she's got some pretty dope looking merch here. Okay, okay. Looking nice, looking nice. She wasn't kidding. She's got lotion in her merch shop. That's next level. You know what? I should have my own cologne. Like, you want rocket power when you go on a date? Try the new Rocket Scooter scented fragrance. Eau de toilette. Smell like a champ. Smell like winning. Smell like money. We'll see. All right. Anyways. Oh, you guys didn't see it. Yeah. I found it. So here it is. Hold on. Let me bring it on the screen here really quick. Wait, where the heck did it go? Oh, here it is. Okay, let me show you guys what I found. She wasn't kidding. Here it is. Hold on, you guys didn't see it. My screen was showing. Merch shop, ready? Here it is. Boom. Just somebody would smell like the rocket scooter cologne, just be like, is that diesel fuel? You're like, you're damn right, it's diesel. Here it is. That's it. H Nude Foot Lube. That's amazing. Trade like a pro, but oil up before you do it. Like, it smells like fresh cut grass and engine exhaust. You're damn right it does. That's what my cologne smells like. Cologne power. Is that burnt rubber and fresh cut grass? That's right. Rocket scooter cologne. The smell of the singed metal of outer space. You know, they say the space station smells like there's like a burning smell. People say that space would smell burnt when they would go into the airlock after a spacewalk. But in reality, what they're smelling actually is the solar radiation exciting some of the molecules onto the hull of the ship. And what it would do is that radiation would kick off particulates, almost like, you know, burnt metal. It's burning the metal on the molecular level, and you're smelling metal in the air from the actual hull, in the airspace in the airlock. So space shouldn't technically smell like anything, but can you get the lube by the case? Asking for my friend, initials PD. You smell like you don't use detergent. That's my rocket scooter cologne. It smells like snake venom and like it's all kind of like just crazy powerful things all at once. We mix the beautiful fragrances of sweat, wind, fuel, and burnt rubber, and we made a beautiful scent to remind you, rocket scooter's power. They treat like a pro, smell like a hoe. That's great. I like that saying. Can anybody help here and let you know if Matt uses ICT? I don't. No. I wish someone would excite the whole of your ship. Oh. They have apps for this. They have apps for that, you know. Particulates. Yeah, the chemistry background. Sometimes I go on my chemistry rants. But it was true. Does outer space smell like burnt metal? That's what people would say. But I saw what's his face? Yeah, not the one that's always on YouTube. The guy, I forget his name. Captain was talking about it one time. Are there any videos you can watch to see what you use? If you go to the website that you're on right now, there's some videos there. If you go to the uploaded videos, the first one there is like a long 2-hour video that goes over like everything I do. That PCB on Apple is so clean. Yeah, I just threw an S&P contract at it. Apple's at this little event that they're having. See, I can't.
Etsy. And when I tap on a result I like, it takes me right into the app, so I can save this lamp to my favorites. Now I want to see what else is going on. Okay, suppose I come across an event I'm interested in, and I want to add it to my calendar. Visual intelligence makes this easier than ever. Notice the add to calendar suggestion at the bottom? With Apple Intelligence, it can extract the date, time, and location and pre-populate them. I'll tap create event. Easy as that.
So this is like their little their developers conference they have. It's like a week-long thing, and they're unveiling like new products and things. And for I don't know what it was that made market freak out to something that was being said, but let me go read the news really quick. That was roughly what, about 13:06 Eastern. Okay, so that's 12 my time. New York Fed numbers came out. Inflation expectation in the New York Fed's 1 year is to fall on a 3.2 from a 3.6. So that's affecting, it's starting to rope into the effects of lowering tariffs, bringing down the inflation expectation, which is really good. As the Michigan numbers are like way through the roof. And we get those on Friday as well, by the way, so don't forget. 3 year ahead of expected inflation, 3% versus 3.2. That's good. That's a faster path for the Fed to cut rates. They're probably still not going to cut rates. Maybe one ninja surprise cut this year, but the inflation expected to come down because of the progress of the trade war stuff. I don't see anything. That was today. No, I don't see anything with Apple. Confirms redesign coming to its operating systems. Okay. Intelligence models are coming for developers. Okay. This is a developer conference, so I don't know if they mentioned something about chips or maybe something said. I don't know what was being said at the moment. Maybe somebody was like, you know, we might not have the chips or something. I don't know. This looks like just... What's the interest at 943? What is the interest in 943? What do you mean? What is 943? Are you talking about this line right here? That is just a rebalance point for the imbalance. This is we teach these things. They're called impact lines. It's an illiquidity pivot based on the move that we had back in December on the downside. It's a recovery pivot for this kind of upward market to find a balance point. It's like the first stopping point this market can have on the way back up, right? So this is on the way down. This particular day created an event, the big sell-off day we had that started all of this, right? These are two key pivots that we're going to return to with the bull market. So this is the bear market that started, or the bearishness. And on the way back up, those levels are reversal pivots. We already tapped at one time, or got close to tapping at one time. And that's the second approach here. The S&P has 6083 as its own target as well. So that's just the upward target today, 6083 on Apple. I mean, on S&P. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. I really appreciate you guys supporting the stream and supporting me and what we do here. I really love that you guys are big. Y'all help me out. Y'all follow. You like the stream. You know, you join the giveaways. Y'all been very cool to us. IDOC and I are very happy to see this community grow. And she's one of the moderators here. And we love having you guys. The brand has been growing so quickly. Alex Scalps. Oh yeah. Hey, I was wondering what happened to you, bro. Did you post in tech support, or did you send me a message that day you won your account? Technically, if you don't reach out on that day, you forfeit. But if you did reach out that day, I could hook you up. I went on my spreadsheet and I was like, this guy still hasn't reached out to me. So let's see if you did. Let me look right now. Let me get you, bud. All right. Discord is really stupid. This isn't your fault. I promise. Discord is really dumb. I don't have a DM request from you, buddy. Let me see. Pending. What's your name in Discord, Alec? Contest channel. Okay. Give me a second. I'm looking for you. Did you message me that day? Okay, let me find you, Alec. All right, let me find you. Here you are. Okay. So Let me just double check that you messaged me that day, and I got you, bro. Yeah, I still got your account sitting there. I'm just still holding on to it, waiting to see what happened to you. I don't have a Discord is really stupid. I know. Okay, I have a friend request, but normally you would send a message to also. Did you at least message the Discord that day? Yeah, okay, you did. I got you, bud. Okay, yeah, you did. You did. Dude, it's not your fault. Discord is just fucking stupid. People at Discord are like no smarter than hamsters there. There's so many loops and hurdles. As hard as it is for me to get in touch with people that I do want to talk with, it's so easy for idiots out there to get in touch with you guys and try to scam you with fake versions of me. So I love how Discord has made it absolutely incredibly hard to just contact somebody when you want them to. But so I got you, man. Discord's a bunch of goofballs. You should feel like your mom using a computer. Yeah, they're like absolutely clueless over there. Discord headquarters. But at least you can play games in Discord. Now I was playing Putt-Putt last night with some friends. That's kind of nice. That was needed. We don't need security in Discord, preventing scams in Discord, but you can play games in Discord. That was kind of fun. What's up? Welcome to the channel. Don't forget to hit the sub button, you guys. I'm still in a long position. I grabbed a long S&P futures at 60.19 right off that proxy dip we got with Apple, bouncing at 200 support. Just jumped back in on the long to let it ride. Could we hit 56 today? That'd be kind of nice. Kind of push for that breakout high here would be kind of cool. Alec, just send me you got to send me a message now with the picture of your YouTube. Just send it to me. Now that I accepted your friend request. When I'm closing the long, this one I'm probably holding till towards closer to the end of the day. I have a target. Let me give it to you guys real quick. ET here is 60.83. All right, that's out of bounds. 56. 60.56. Actually, you know what I want to do? Believe it or not, I just took another scalp back up to top. I have this weird suspicion about this week or today. Like, here's what I want to do. I know I'm going to be a wuss. I'm going to actually close this out. Just for no reason at all. This is a high breakout. And anytime I get high breakouts without news, I tend to like just kind of chill. This is breaking through highs, and usually you break through highs and can sell off. So I'm a little again, there's no reason for me to do that. I just don't. Resilience is starting to pull back a little, and market's been inching higher. I'm just so worried that I'm gonna get not worried, but I want to get a better spot lower. I've taken the same trade 3 times today, so I'm kind of like, all right, 3 times is enough. I did the opening scalp from like here to there. I traded from here to there, and then now I traded from here to here. I mean, I've done it 3 times. Maybe I'm over trading, but now we've broken out into, you know, quarterly highs, right? In the indices, this is time for me to say, okay, I do have pivots nearby. I don't have any reason for markets to move up or down, but it'd be nice if it were to fall to some of my A+ pivots today to even at least get something bigger. Like, I want to sit here and inch, you know, $300, $400 over an hour, or do I want to wait in case I get a stellar opportunity? I just have this weird feeling about the market. Today is not telling me it's going to sell off, but I just feel like, you know, while VIX is low and things are a little clean, I don't really have a good path other than just sit on a position all day and long. I hate holding positions for like hours at a time. I might be leaving about, you know, a couple $1,000 on the table, but I'm up about $8,000 today, so I'm not really even mad. about anything. Today was pretty solid. But how cool would it be if I just happened to sit out and the market happened to flush a little bit and I happened to grab it? That'd be super cool. I always love days like that where it's like, you know what? I've made my trades today. I'm kind of okay. Right now, everybody in the world is like, ooh, should I jump in on the long? And the R&R is not too bad. I mean, it's 30 points, maybe a 10-point stop. But this is the range I want. There are strong pivots here. This area is support. This area is support. All of this is support here. So I've got setup here and setup here. And of course, with, Trump, there's always a chance that you get that news event that drops you to target. Just like now, like I closed when we broke out the highs. Apple gave us a target. I closed right when we match highs again. There's always going to be something that can move the market lower, and I like to just grab it. Big beautiful bill got to go through with the AI stuff. Yeah. A lot of moving pieces happening in politics. The last thing I want to do is try scraping out another, 10 or 15 points on S&P over hours of time and then have the news just shock me like that. How is 108 740 looking? I don't know what you mean by 108 740, J Reaver. Doctor says, welcome SBB. Welcome to the show. Newbie, see your segment on My Fund and Futures. Great show. Comic composed with a lot of useful info. Awesome, man. I was hoping people don't mix up the goofiness or the energy we try to bring to the stream with lack of competence in the market. We're very good at trading. I'm very good at trading here. But I also like to just make the show a little bit more fun than just boring guy staring at a screen talking about trading. But I do like to drop some useful wisdom, and hopefully if you guys enjoy that and y'all want to come check me out, I live stream this. The afternoon stream is smaller. In the mornings we have about 1,000 people watching at any given time. It's pretty big, and we do giveaways there as well, and it's mostly trading focused. So My Funded's a great show and everything. And if you guys ever want to check out anything else, y'all definitely welcome to watch us in the mornings. Big community. We have a huge community here at Rocket Scooter. We made this platform you see on the screen. A lot of people here use it. Huge Discord, 10,000 active users. Pretty big. So welcome to the stream, you guys. States not having no say in the AI systems put in place of figure meet seconds. Okay, wow. You're good at blowing up accounts. Hey, as long as you're good at something, that's all that matters. Find what you're good at and stick with it. All right, so I'm going to make a Rocket Scooter merch shop with cologne and headbands and blue sunglasses. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. I'm going to get some imitation of the imitation sunglasses. See, if you guys don't know, y'all have been here long enough. You guys know the story about the glasses. These are Sam Bankman-Fried special from the Bitcoin 2022 conference in Miami. That was sponsored by FTX. You can't even find these anymore. This is a collector's item. The famous blue sunglasses that I've always had. This is a collector's item. All the initial social media pictures of me when we started blowing up on Twitter were of this blue sunglasses. It was me. It was a picture of me with Blonde Broker, with Stock Market News, with Wolf Financial, all standing together. I was wearing the sunglasses because they handed them out at the conference. We were watching Steve Aoki concert. We all had our sunglasses on, and boom, that became the face that you guys see. All the pictures of the sunglasses is from that event. If you look very closely into the cartoon picture of me with those sunglasses on, you can see in the reflection of the sunglasses, each of those 4 people I mentioned standing behind me. Is there copy trading? No, we don't have a copy trading feature. But I'm going to be on Ninja Trader as a partner. Wait, you mean the Ninja Trader show? What do you mean? Up 70 points in your long. Ryan, bro, nice job. With you, Johnny Hopkins and Sloan. Can I please up all night? LOL. That's right. That's right. You're really bad at holding target. Any advice? Well, hold your target. Like, get used to just, once you commit, tell yourself, I've committed. It's like when I was a kid, I used to be afraid of roller coasters, right? And I didn't want to get on, but I realized once you get on, I was like 8 years old. Once you get on and once they strap you in, you can't do anything about it. So you accept your fate, right? You're like, well, now it's out of my hands. And I started like riding roller coasters that way when I was a kid. Was that once you commit to it, you just got to go for the ride and set your profit target, set your stop loss, and then just, you're like, oh shit, I can't get out. And then don't get out. Like, just stay the course. I mean, you got to get used to not needing the money. Don't see a little bit of green and be like, ooh, I need that. I need to lock that in. Just if you're risking 10 points to make 15, then that is your trade. Like, that's your risk, right? If you risk 10 and then you make 5 and get happy and stop out too soon, then your risk to reward is terrible. You need to tell yourself that. Like, I drew down $1,000 and I made 300. Let me take it. Your R&R is horrible, and over time you're gonna lose money, right? Get your full reward for your full risk, or else you're cheating yourself. Your risk management's bad. So just like tell yourself, my risk management's bad if I'm not getting my full reward for the risk I'm taking. You committed that risk to make that reward. If you make less, then you're overcommitting your risk, and that's bad. Right? You participated in most of the giveaways, so you had very bad luck. There's thousands of people trying to fight for 15 codes. You're going to have a lot. You have a hard time, trust me. But, you know, you'll win something eventually. We do giveaways on our stream every morning, so you guys can tune in here. It's a little more mild. We spin a wheel, and so you're not like rushing to get your code in. So you guys are always welcome to be here, 11 Eastern every day. I do giveaways on my stream. I give away 100 accounts every month for the most part. Our partners donate us about 80 accounts to give away. I buy a whole lot more. And if we get to 1,000 viewers, I tell people I'm going to give away a funded account every day from Tradeify. So I do Tradeify and My Funded Futures for the most part, the two that I mainly use. And Funded Next. That's a new one I added to the roster. But I do giveaways all day. But I said if we get to 1,000 concurrent viewers, I'll give away a funded Tradeify account every single day, which is going to cost me $5,000 a month, but I'll do it. Do I correlate ES and NASDAQ and trade each other? Say ES makes 3 high of the day while NASDAQ made once. This urge to take NASDAQ to catch up. Sometimes it doesn't work. Don't have the urge to have them catch up. They're going to pivot at the same point usually, and they're not listening to each other. They're independent indices, even though there's a lot of overlap. SUV is a great question. I used to think that too, because the S&P went up double, NASDAQ should go up double. They're gonna move at the same time. S&P may go up higher, but doesn't mean NASDAQ needs to. They're independently trading. So what you observed might happen half the time. Might be like a coin flip. It's not a bad observation. I used to do the same thing. In my opinion, it doesn't. S&P that's, you know, broken 10% high doesn't mean NASDAQ has to break 10% high or anything like that. If that rally happened to be very tech heavy that day, then they're both going to be soaring, right? If the S&P went up because tech was rallying for half the day, and then people were dumping tech midday and then rolling in the utilities, the S&P would continue to go higher and NASDAQ would stay flat. That's why you would see that S&P. So the idea that it's random why the S&P moves to begin with, and the rotation will be random, that because the S&P went up and is still going up doesn't mean NASDAQ will. So you'll see that a lot of the time where the S&P will move and the NASDAQ won't. And we all understand why that is, right? NASDAQ's main three components is healthcare and telecom and tech, right? But energy, not in NASDAQ, financials not NASDAQ, utilities not NASDAQ, you know? And so markets rallying, tech is going up, so NASDAQ might be moving really quick, right? And then the S&P might be moving here. Then all of a sudden, NASDAQ starts to flatten out and S&P starts to flatten out. And then you see a dip and you see a dip and you see the S&P start to rally and NASDAQ sort of like, it's just chilling, right? This. It doesn't necessarily mean that tech, healthcare, and telecom are still going to rally. This could be sector cycling, profit taking in tech, jumping into energy, jumping into finances, and NASDAQ won't catch up in that instance. That makes sense, right? So because of that, it's random, and to try to correlate it with probability would be kind of like a fruitless effort, I think, because, and I used to think the same thing. While there is crossover between the two, the fact that the NASDAQ doesn't contain all the sectors means that ultimately it probably won't work. Hopefully that makes sense. If NASDAQ contained all the sectors, then yeah, I would be more willing to correlate that. But the fact that some of the rotation escapes the purview of NASDAQ, you wouldn't know, NASDAQ wouldn't know anything about energy, right? That it's then because of that, that thought can never work because NASDAQ isn't a full picture of everything. This is the P&L today. I didn't trade my funded next. I'm still in limbo over there because they need to fund my freaking accounts and I haven't got them yet. So this is just my funded live account, up 1,500, and then my 5 Tradeifys. So whatever that is. Kind of lazy. Let me just get a calculator out. 1543 plus 2505. Just longing all day today. Nothing crazy. Got 3 dips to buy on. 60. These are all funded accounts, by the way. 79.92. Is that right? Yeah. 8,000. An $8,000 day. So this is my funded life. I didn't trade my funded next because they need to be funded. So none of my accounts are red today. Not a one. Good deal, good deal, good deal. Just finished watching MFFU live. Didn't know you were live. Yo, Josh, yeah, every day, man. I'm here like in the mornings, 9:30 until noon, and then like right when I roll out of my show, I jump on their show for an hour, and then I come back for the afternoon. We have one of the bigger in the morning shows. We're one of the bigger future streaming shows out there. We're probably the third biggest, I think. There's Pat is bigger. Our shows have recently gotten really big, so we're like passing up Rips. We're passing up all the other bigs out there in the morning, which is crazy. You guys have been very awesome at supporting our show. Like a lot of friends, all these guys that stream, I'm friends with all of them. They're all great. They have great shows too. But you guys have been so supportive of us, and we've just been slightly growing faster, and it's been crazy to see the growth. Like very, very excited and happy to see where we all go from here. But you guys come here every morning, support us. We love that. How do you enter the giveaways? We do giveaways here. We spin the wheels. So in the mornings at 11 Eastern, we'll do a giveaway on our stream every single day. We give away hundreds of accounts all the time, every month. We give away 100 something accounts every month. And like today, we gave away 2 Tradeify accounts. On Friday, we're giving away 5 funded accounts. No, sorry. On Friday, I'm giving away 4 ETF direct to funded 50K accounts. That's their biggest funded, straight to funded. So 4 people on Friday will become funded traders just being there in the stream. On Thursday, I'm giving away 2 Tradeify funded accounts. Tomorrow, I'm giving away a bunch of ETF my funded futures accounts. So I'm always giving away, we're like known as the giveaway stream. So, no, Funded Next isn't playing games. They basically held the world's biggest prop firm sale that we've ever seen. And they got so much volume from that it completely overwhelmed their customer service. But let me tell you, I've been working with the owner, trying to get them to change their rules to make it easier to onboard. And they're 100% listening to us. Remember, these prop firm folks, they'll listen to us. We're actually really good at consulting, the needs of the customer back to them. We're very communicative, and they're making rapid changes. The problem is that it's Eid, so it's a Islamic holiday, And this is a company in the UAE. So, you know, they hosted the world's biggest sale, and then they had one of their biggest holidays. And so it was like they got backed up and then they all went on vacation. So that's basically what happened. That was a terrible decision on their part. Why haven't I been moved to the top of the list? Because of Eid, which is totally acceptable. It's like a very similar holiday to like Easter, if you're American or Christian. It's like a celebration. Easter is a celebration of Jesus, and this Eid is a celebration of Muhammad. So it's like a family gets together and, you know, eats and parties and has fun kind of thing. So why Tradeify instead of Topstep? Because Tradeify has straight to funded. But they were basically just got, imagine this, right? Imagine that you have, you know, each customer service agent deals with a certain amount of people, and they staffed up and they got 100 times the volume, literally 100 times the volume. It just got overwhelmed, and their process already was slow to begin with. And you guys are great traders. And I told them to get rid of the KYC verification, the interviews, all of that. And they're going to get rid of that because we told them to. We told them we won't use your service with this. And they're like, okay, we're going to change this. Don't worry, we're going to fix it. But then last week they all went on holiday. So hopefully that makes sense, Jimmy. And just to be fair, my two connections over there that I've been working with closely, both of them stepped away from their families to help out some of you guys. And they were like, you know, hey, we're on holiday. We can be here if you need to. And I was like, no. I said, I respect your holiday. I would never ask you, you know, to leave family time to do work stuff. And they're like, no, but we're here for you guys, you know, if you need anything. And I did say, well, if there's a couple things you do, I have a couple lists of people that need some help. And these are like the most dire, you know, folks, can you get them by Monday? And he's like, sure. And over the weekend, they got you guys. So just imagine during a very important Islamic holiday, some people stepped away from their families to do a little bit of help. But there's just so many people that got funded so quick, which is a good thing, right? But they're going to make it faster and easier and more direct to onboard. And those changes are coming. How many payouts have I taken from Tradeify? About 40K or so. Something like that. And if I'm working with the owner, why haven't I been moved to the top of the list? Oh, I'm not asking him to move me. I'm not asking for priority favor because I'm on their payroll or anything. I tell them, I actually specifically told them to work with you guys first. I said, don't worry about me. You know, for me, I don't want special treatment. I'm here to be service of you guys. And I don't want to be like, at least I'm not like a fucking diva, like take care of my accounts. I'm the guy that helps you, but I'm not like that at all. I'm like, can you help my guys out? So I'm the one still in limbo trying to get funded. And most of you guys are sending me messages like, hey, I finally got my funded account today. So hopefully that helps. My giveaway. So in the afternoons, we might start doing giveaways going forward. This is new for us to do afternoon streams. My giveaways are normally in the morning at 11 Eastern. So you guys pop in here in my stream because I stream every day in the mornings as well. Once you're in live, do you still keep your other sim funded account in which firm, Rio? ETF straight to funded or Tradeify straight to funded? They're both really good. Tradeify has more establishment. It's been around for a while. ETFs is newer. They both have good programs. It's up to you. ETF is a longer payout schedule for a bigger payout. So it's up to you. Do you want a faster, smaller payout or a longer, bigger payout? 10 days for every 3,000 with Tradeify at the max versus 15 days for 5,000 with ETF. 5 extra days for $2,000 more dollars. You average it out. That's 10,000 a month with ETF every 30 days. And that's 9,000 a month every 30 days with Tradeify. Slightly bigger. Essentially both the same. Right. It's actually 30% off with our coupon. So it's not $729. It's roughly like $450, I think, with my coupon. So yeah, no, use Rocket Scooter code everywhere you go. I work to get the best affiliate deal that I can get. So there's nobody out there that gets a bigger deal than we do on our code. And we negotiate with them all the time to get better codes and better deals. And you know, things like that. So with Tradeify, 30% is what they give like their highest performing affiliates. So sort out the support at TPT, dude. Man, TPT is like overwhelmed right now. They've been like so bad. Their support has been so slow. Oh, Rio says to remind funded futures. When you go live, do you still keep your other sim funded account? That I'm not sure. I don't know if you can actually keep trading. Normally at the prop firms, if you go live, you can't keep trading sim funded. Does anybody know with my funded, do you get to keep it? Actually, something I don't know. I don't have the other account that I had. I had an account with them for an expert, but then when I moved to live, it doesn't show up. Well, actually, no, because I'm in the live environment. I don't know if I went to the sim environment, if it was still there or not. I haven't checked. But if I were to guess, the answer is you probably can't. Because most of the time when they move you to live, they roll your balance or whatever into live, and then you can't sim fund anymore in most of the firms. So I'm not assuming, but that's just a guess. One live account is, oh, Balky is saying, okay, if Balky's correct, then that's what Balky's saying. So you can only do one funded live. Yep, that's where I am. I just have one live account with them. Live is a real trading account where they give you actual money to trade with. It's totally different. Live is given to the best performing traders, or the traders that make the most income or have the best stats. And it's subjective. Like some of the firms will actually have automatic path to live. Like if you make a certain amount, they'll move you. Some of the firms are like invite only, like only if you've proven your case to them and they think you're a good asset to invest in. So I've been invited to go live with Elite Trader Funding. I have a live account with them. I have a live account with my funded futures. Now I'm like steps away from going live with Tradeify. Even Brett teased on Twitter that it's time for me to go live. So I'll be live in 3 different places. Kind of cool. How do you calculate your win rate? Load up your Funded Next account inside of Tradeify and inside of Tradeivate, and use Tradeivate's report feature to calculate it for you. Tradeivate will print out a performance report for you. How do you get live accounts? It's that each prop firm is different. Some of them is a target. You make a certain amount of money, they'll transfer you to live. Others are you just keep trading, and then once they like your performance, they'll invite you to live. Does margin work the same with prop versus live? No, it's different. It's not. Don't even think of it like margin. Prop firms will just give you an amount to trade with. There's really like a set amount of contracts. It's not really based on margin. They just give you a set amount. It's not real trading. It's paper trading. Will Tradeify give you 5 or 1 account? They'll give you up to 5. So each account that qualifies, they can move you to live and roll the balance over. So right now, the reason I'm trying to get like 150K with Tradeify is to just get a huge balance. And then once I get all my payouts, they move me to live. Then I have, 5 20K accounts or something. I can get $100,000 funded with them, which would be great. So with Tradeify, my goal was to just get way ahead very cheaply. Just get, one of my accounts has $50,000 of buffer sitting there. And I just can only take it out 3,000 at a time. And when they roll it to live, I think 20,000 will go to live, and another 30,000 will just vaporize. But it's an account that it's never going to blow up, right? So that's kind of cool. So hopefully I get the 5 max with them. How do I check all your P&L numbers in the same place? You can use something like, I think NinjaTrader allows you to tie all your prop accounts into one experience pretty well. And then you can just see all of it in one place. Funded accounts are not the same as live accounts. That's correct. Yeah. Tradeify's limited payout rule. After 80,000 total, I think is the rule, you go live of payouts. And each account has no limit. You can get unlimited payouts per each account. But at some point, they'll push one of the accounts live. After the 4th payout, you're getting like the maximum amount per payout, and then there's no limit to how many they can give you. One of my accounts is on its 6th payout, I believe. Is it after 80,000? After 80,000 total payouts, they will automatically move you to live. I don't know how much they give you at that point. If it's just all your balances together, split into a couple of accounts. When Pat went live, with about $100 and something thousand of extra profit. Brett rolled him live with two $40,000 or two $20,000 trading accounts. He had 40,000 total. So most of that profit just gets vaporized, and then you go live. What's between funded and live? Okay, so funded is paper trading. It's not real trading. Funded account is you just paper. Okay, so let's start over from the beginning. Eval. Eval is just paper trading to paper trade. Once you pass an eval, you'll go live. Most firms, I'm sorry, once you pass an eval, you'll go funded. Most firms just take you to funded. Okay. Many of you, like everybody does evals, many of you get funded. And live, which is the next step, is like ultra rare. Ultra rare. Like you may know one person who's live. Ultra rare. You may like, oh, I know a person that's live. You won't know 50 people that are live. And it might be someone you watch on YouTube might be live. Very rare. Ultra rare. The difference. This is sim trading. Okay, just as sim trading. Pass the test, move you to funded. Okay, great, funded. Sim trading as well. Pass the test, you get money. You can actually make money. And they have rules A, B, and C, like, you know, drawdowns and consistency and all that, right? It's the normal prop experience you guys know. Live funded is real money. They put real money in a real trading account. You sign a real brokerage agreement and power of attorney and all that stuff to go real. You make real money. Practically no rules. Like few rules. They take all the rules away because now here you're making money from the prop firm. You're getting paid and they're paying you out of their pocket. Here, you and the prop firm team up and you trade against the market. So your prop firm takes the rules away for the most part, keeping like maybe like a daily loss limit rule or something. My funded gives me a daily loss limit rule. That's it. No consistency rule. None of that. All gone. A few rules. And then we team up to trade the real markets. I can get here, payouts are on a schedule usually, scheduled payouts, right? Scheduled payouts. Every 10 days, my funded futures is every 15 days, guys, I think. Right? And live is daily payouts. You can pay out any day, any point in time. It's real money, and then there's a profit split. They make money with you. Yeah, theirs is daily. But the sim funded, right, with my funded futures is like a 15-day schedule, I think. TPT has daily payouts in sim funded. A lot of your prop firms don't even have a live program. What's better for you that you may not know the difference is tax. The taxes are so different between the two. This is 1099 income that you claim on your taxes as a wage that you got paid. It's taxed at the highest tax bracket that you're paying into. So if you already are maxed out on max taxes because of your paycheck, this is added to your paycheck as extra income. This is a futures account, so it's taxed at the 60-40 rule. Okay, and I think the marginal bracket highest one is 37%. I think is the highest tax bracket, right? So if you're already making a couple $100,000 a year or whatever, and you're finally in that bracket, then you're taxed at that. The 60-40 rule is roughly 23%, I think, something like that of tax. So this is real futures gain, and this is real futures gains. This comes on a 1099. This comes on a 1256. So 1099 is not capital gains. 1099 is income. So with prop trading funded, it's income. It's not even considered any kind of investment gains at all. It's income. The workaround with the way the prop firm can pay you to paper trade, which is actually kind of illegal, is to treat it like income. They're actually paying you as a consultant to the prop firm. You're giving them, your trading is giving them data so that they can do their business, and therefore you're getting paid a wage equal to your sim gains. But you are an employee of a prop firm when you're getting your payouts. It's a whole loop around that makes it legal. But when you go real, you're like on a 1256, you're doing investments, you're making real trades, and therefore it's written off the same way as your real futures account. The big difference is the taxation. It's almost 15% difference, which adds up a lot, right? 1099 is non W2 wages, right? So it's still treated like income. No trading today for you. No, I made 8,000 today. I'm done for the day. When you're trading live for a prop firm, no, you're not a contractor. You sign like a power of attorney. Well, it depends on how each one of them does it differently. You engage in a contract with them that they allow you to trade their money, and you're basically you're not in a shared asset pool. It's not like a commodity pool. It's like if you go to TD Ameritrade right now and you want to let your dad trade your money or something, you just sign this like form that gives him the power over your assets to manage them. That's what they do with me. So with my funded futures, and ETF is the same way, they give me rights to trade their actual money, and they open a trading account with my balance in it and give me rights to trade it. And therefore, the taxation is split between the account owner, which is them. They get taxed, the tax on the account, which they passed on that cost to me. And so the owner of the account gets taxed the capital gains like normal. And when I take a payout, it's split. It's all split that way. So essentially, the account gets charged tax. I'm taxed as well on the gains, and in the same way they are on the amount that I keep. Yeah. For all companies is at 1256. Well, this is my first year doing it, so I guess I'll find out at the end of the year, right? I'm sure all the live programs are 1256. The exception is if the approach they make is that they create a commodity pool where the two of you are in a commodity pool together, and then it would be a Schedule K1 because the returns on your investment would be considered ownership of a company if it was a registered commodity pool, which I don't think any of them will do that because that's a lot of hefty steps just to share an account with one person. You would usually commodity pool for lots of people, but you would do company distributions of the gains via a K1. And so some of them may be K1. I'm not really sure how they do it. But if it's a commodity pool, it's a K1. If you're just power of attorney trading, it's a 1256. I made 8K live. Yeah, I did. All day this morning. And on my funded. I tweeted the P&L. Straight to funded, I do the 150Ks. It gives you the best drawdown to cost ratio. Wiped out your loss from Friday? Bro, I wiped out my loss from Thursday. I know. Thursday kicked my ass. I was down like 9K that day. But yeah. By the way, all of you that are trading in prop firms, don't forget, you can write off every single expense you have as a business expense because you're getting 1099 income after all. You can consider it a job. So everything that you pay, whether it's your prop firm expenses, your evals, your resets, trading education, donations you make to the stream, Rocket Scooter when you buy it, boot camp when you buy it, trading education programs, any Discord you join, all of that is now a write-off for you on your taxes because they're all necessary requirements for your job as a 1099 contractor to work for a prop firm. If you are making prop firm payouts, you are an employee of this prop firm. Therefore, every expense of your trading, even down to your freaking cell phone, to your electricity, to square footage of your house, is now a business expense. Those of you are now sole proprietors of your own business. If your tax accountant isn't telling you this, then they're dummies. Write everything off. Is that only if you itemize? Yeah, but most of you are business owners. You might be itemizing anyways. Right, it's only if you itemize. But I'm sure it's much, much, much more than the standard deduction, the way some of you guys fucking gamble. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of you might be writing off $40,000 of expenses that might be worth itemizing at that point. Pay $1,000 to get someone to do your tax return and do it for you. The standard deduction for single filers is $15,000. I'm sure almost every one of you here has spent more than 15 grand on your prop accounts. You know what I'm saying? All it takes is one payout. No, it doesn't take any payouts. You are an employee of a company. If you get audited with the IRS, you show them that you're all these evals and stuff. Are you trying to pass an evaluation phase to get a job at a prop firm? I mean, that's exactly the legalese that they do to make sure you're cool with it. Or the IRS is cool with it. The evals is you paying for like a tuition as part of your business, you know? I mean, it's part of your employment. It's an evaluation stage after all, right? You don't even need a payout to justify that there are business expenses that go into it. But yeah, you know, it only costs like $1,000 to get a decent accountant to do your taxes. I'm sure almost everyone here will pass up the standard deduction. Itemizing is definitely worth it because think about it. You're trying to become a professional trader. This is your job now. You took a side hustle as a trader. Now you have a 1099 possible to show. If you get a single payout, you do have a 1099 to prove it. But even if you don't, you can still deduct in expenses. And if you're ever audited, you can easily prove everything. Just be truthful. Every eval, your electricity, all of that's going into your business now, which is you working for a prop firm. I'm going to give a straight to funded every day on my stream at 11 a.m. I do giveaways. I'm giving away straight to fundeds on Thursday and on Friday this week. And if we get 1,000 viewers in my stream, so come to my stream every morning, you guys. We're almost at 1,000 viewers. I'm going to give away on top of the fundeds I already give out, I'm going to give away a straight to funded Tradeify account every single day once I get 1,000. So help me grow it to 1,000. I'm going to pay $5,000 a month to buy you guys a funded account every single day to give away. So, yep. Standard deduction had nothing to do with the business. If you have 1099, you write off expenses, nothing to do with standard deduction. Oh, we got tax experts in here. I can tell you the ins and outs. Here's how much I know about taxes. I know the name of my tax guy. I give him all my shit. He runs my books for my company, and he teaches me every once in a while when I ask him questions. Other than that, so standard deduction is on your wages though. Right? That's when you file your taxes, you can choose to itemize your expenses or take the standard. So most people will just take the standard because they don't have more than $15,000 to write off, right? It has nothing to do with the 1099. But what I'm saying is it's the choice of people to choose to itemize because it's a lot of extra work for very little savings for like the average person. They don't have $15,000 of stuff they can itemize. And it's 20 something thousand if you're married, I think, right? A viewer alarm. If we had to play a song. Oh, hell yeah, that'd be kind of cool. I would ask again, I'm not a tax advisor, so I can't be giving you guys tax advice. Let me just preempt this so I don't get in trouble. Ask your tax advisor. Mine tells me this. If you are training for a job, which is what your eval stage is, you training for a job before you get paid. It's like an internship. Those are job expenses. Anything related to trading is now a job expense. You, after all, are in an internship program for a prop firm to become a professional trader. It's absolutely how the IRS will see it. You can do both. Standard deduction, so write off business expenses. Well, they wouldn't be a business at that point. Now, if they go become a business, like if they're filing on their business side or as a sole proprietor for that income, it's different than filing as a wage, right? It's absolutely different. So they would do a sole proprietor. Yeah. So what TD is saying is that you would do both, like the standard deduction on your wages, and then you'd write off your expenses as a pass through to your sole proprietor for all your prop firm stuff. But the wages that the 1090, the money you make from the prop firm is still counted as wages. Yeah. So there's no way the IRS can disqualify that as a job. You're literally getting a paycheck. You're literally told you're getting a paycheck and you have expenses to go into it. But again, talk to your own attorney, your accountant to see what they say. Yeah, and pay quarterly. Can you write off the time your girlfriend bitching at you? Yeah, 100%. So there's a bunch of ways people do it. Some people run all their trading prop firm stuff through an S corp. So that way the S corp makes money, and then they just pay themselves a moderate salary, and they go out and buy Lambos with their S corp, put their company logo on the side so that the Lambos are tax write-offs, and then they rent the Lambos from their own S corp as a person, so then they can write off the rental. Like, there's like a million ways that people push their prop firm money around. You know what I'm talking about. You know, people buying a bunch of luxury cars and slapping their logo on them. It's a tax trick. Like how much money you can write off. It's advertising vehicle for your business as a prop firm employee. You know what I'm saying? All influencers are doing it. Every McLaren and Lambo you see with somebody's business name on the side of it is like having a car that has your restaurant's name on the side. You know, like buy it from the company, and then rent it for yourself, and the company owns the asset and you don't. So people out there are clever with this stuff. Use the code? Oh, awesome, man. Awesome. I have a business with the Lambo logo on the wall. LOL. Yeah. I'm sure Pat Whelan's like the master of tax write-offs, dude. All the stuff, as much money, the BDH, all that stuff. Dude, I'm sure he's got the correct advice coming from his accountants, but dude, most of that stuff is just like business expense. The way he structured all that. Pretty clever. Oh yeah, my P&L today. Give you guys the picture. Yeah, but I don't think there's any more trades I want to take. I mean, I think the market's still going up, but this is my these are just my put that over here. Oops, hold on, my stream elements is frozen up. Let me fix this. Hate when that happens. I'm paying attention. There it is. Okay. The little banner above my head was black. All right, here we go. This is the P&L for today. I didn't do anything in my funded next accounts because they're in limbo right now. Waiting to get funded. This is my funded futures at the top. And this is Tradeify. So like 8K total. What does BEDH stand for? The Big Dick House. You know what it stands for, baby. Can you use Ninja Turtle funded next? Yes, you can. All right, see how this day plays out. Dude, like ever since the affiliate craze got big, there's like so many like rando traders that are trying to stream now and become affiliate whores like myself. Like I can just look at futures trading and I just see like tons of like new faces and names I've never even heard of before. You started streaming too? Hell yeah, man. Affiliate Horrors Unite. Let's go. I mean, Topstep is still streaming. Like, there's, I'm just scrolling down. There's like 21 views, 15 views, 10 views, 40 viewers. I'm just scrolling around. What the hell is this? I guess it's because you just put ICT in his name in your title, and all of a sudden people will watch you. That's what it is. Maybe I should do an experiment. Should I start using the words ICT in my title and just talking about ICT for like 5 minutes? We'll get like 40,000 people in here. Insta hack for viewers, right? Our show is really big in the mornings. In the afternoon, it looks like there's a lot of like ICT kids trying to trade and stream. Just point out a fair value gap and we're golden. Hell yeah, let's do it. Enter scooter trader. Oh, I love it. That's better. That's funny. Trading for keeps, thinking higher at the end of the day. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. You're in the low 800s. Yeah, let me pull up in queue real quick. It could be rotation down, but there's support. Yeah, all through here. I agree with you 100%, dude. Open is support all day today. Our resilience numbers are positive. The market has no downside pressure. If there is a flush that falls to here, it's definitely a long target for me. That's what I'm kind of waiting to see, is if we do get a push down the test. There's two key levels that I'm looking at. S&P is the clearest and easiest one to see. There's support at the open and close, which is here, closer to the 600 level, 599 level. Then 595, 596 on SPY is secondary support, and the stronger support was liquidity pocket trades. Nasdaq doesn't have pockets nearby, but Nasdaq has Trisha support, almost similar structure. The open is support, and then way down here, it's almost impossible for us to flush down to here today. So I don't think we would get this trade. That's 280 points of Nasdaq. I don't think we would go that far down to the 600s. But in either case, you know, any flush down to here is likely good support. I've been just waiting for that second push. I think you nailed it, trading for keeps. Is it better to trade in S Corp or LLC sole proprietorship? That I don't know the answer to. I get asked that question all the time. That goes beyond my expertise. I don't trade as a business. I've always traded as a person, but that's probably because I'm just too dumb to know any better. I just hired a new firm to do my taxes this year, so I'm learning a whole lot of new stuff because we just got so much more complicated. I just added my 17th revenue stream to my life, so I'm trying to get clever with it. Think there's a master algorithm? No. Not for what people think. People think there's some master algorithm, but they're wrong about what it is. With the master algorithm, there is one on the Globex, and all it's designed to do is track the underlying spot prices and price the futures accordingly. If you're trading oil futures, there's an algorithm that's watching oil prices and trying to track futures to match the oil prices. And if so, oil prices are going up and futures are going up, and then somebody sells futures, the algorithm knows that oil prices are still up here and will try to reprice the bid and ask to meet the spot price underlying. Its only sole purpose is an autopilot for the airplane to keep things on track. That's it. Yeah, so there's not like a master market making algorithm that's designed to squeeze out traders or sweep liquidity. I hear all kind of crazy words made up. Liquidity sweeps. Like, this is bullshit. Like, nobody in the world of institutional trading would even understand what any of this retail hocus pocus stands for. The Globex is an algorithm that sets the following bid and ask price. That there's a there here and here. It's like here and here is the answer, and this is where they are, and they always move around. And market makers are forced to line up behind those prices. The algorithm right now just ticked it up, ticked it down, ticked it up, ticked it down. It's trying to track the sum of the stocks in the index. And so it's a master autopilot that just kind of pins the index to the futures value to the index. But it allows flexibility so that people can trade it on its own with its own supply and demand. You can push the index futures up or down away from the index itself. But then once you stop trading that, the pricing will jump right back into place. Yeah. I only have 17 sources of income. Yeah. LOL. But yeah. It's also tries to keep prices in a range at agreed upon value. Yeah, so there's price banding. As Bot Yacht Club is reminding you guys, there's actually, when I say master algorithm, it's like a series of programs. They all do different things. He's talking about price banding, which is a thing. There's a program called velocity logic, which is a thing which prevents the market from falling too far too fast. There's a lot of algorithms that run concurrently on the Globex to keep the market stable. That's its purpose, is to keep market stable. And wait, no, I'm totally wrong. There's an algorithm that watches ICT's favorite trading stop losses. They can stop him out on stream. Trust me, he said it. You guys are funny. Streamers have a different personality than in person. You guys know I know Mike, right? In person, he's a completely different person than like the streams. All your favorite, I'll tell you guys, just, you know, let's be real with each other. Streamer to streamer, like streamer to you will notice that everybody's a character on stream. They're all promoting something, being a Looney Tune version of themselves. Pat Whelan's actually a pretty nice, chill dude when you talk to him. He sounds like a bumbling, you know, loudmouth dickhead to people on stream. It's a character, right? ICT on stream is a character. Everyone's a character on stream. Behind the scenes, everybody's just kind of like chill and doing your job. A lot of them are rational than you think. You just, when you talk to them, they seem pretty normal and pretty smart. They'll tell you, yeah, I play a dumb, bumbling idiot on TV because it makes money. Oh yeah. I yell and scream because it makes money. Yeah, you're like, oh, I totally get it. Respect. Eliciting emotion, ICT. He's a very, like, passionate dude. Pat is the perfect rage baiter. Oh, dude. Pat's got rage baiting down to a science. We've known each other for a while. He's always been cool with me. We talk a lot, but I'm sure one day he'll probably talk shit to me and we'll have fun with it and we'll have a good time. But I think most of the bigs kind of like lay off each other just because, like, or stage some beef so that it just kind of like gets attention on both of you guys. Stage some beef and then make up a week later. Can I recommend an accountant? What state do you live in? You can't listen to his rants online. Oh yeah. It's a persona, dude. Pat's being the rock star persona. You know what I mean? Just like flashy, in your face. Yeah. It's definitely an act, you know. He's not, you know, beating his chest around the house, you know, telling his girlfriend, his kids, like, you know, I'm the best fucking ever. Well, you know, he's a really just chill dude when you really chat with him. But there's an audience that like it, so, you know. What are my 17 sources of income? Well, the ones you guys know of, I do prop firm trading. I get payouts from some prop firms. I have live accounts with some prop firms. I run Rocket Scooter, which is this trading platform. I run Rocket Place, which is a marketplace. It has its own income source. IDOC and I have numerous investments and other projects that we do have, businesses. And this year we're talking about opening up a pickleball court and a boa shop as our next two things we do. Any error on Apex website says their IP address is banned. That I don't know. Account sharing, maybe. You need to talk to them and ask them. I wouldn't know because I've never had the error, but maybe someone here has. Yeah, he told me he's gonna give me a swirly. Oh fuck yeah! If that'd be funny. I thought about doing something really funny, like what I wanted to do, because I know like a bunch of guys named Matt who are day traders, and I thought about this was something I was going to do in secret. I was going to get Tradesman Matt, like me and him, and like there's a couple other Matts out there, and just get like 5 or 6 trading mats and then just randomly show up to BDH without even telling Pat. Just show up and knock on the door, and when he opens the door, it's just like 5 guys named Matt. That would be hilarious. Just to like prank his ass. That'd be so funny. I did used to use Apex, not anymore though. I really ignored my Apex accounts and don't really use them. You know what I mean? Like we just knock on the door and he opens it, and it's like me and Matt Miller, Matt Morley, there's Market Moves Matt, there's Matt Kors, there's like Trade Brigade Matt, there's like Matt. And he just looks, and then it takes him like a couple, he's like, why the fuck are all you guys here? And we're like all wearing shirts that say Matt on it or something like really, really dumb. But that would be probably like one of the most epic moments on BDH if everyone just showed up at once like that. He's always inviting us out, you know. He's like, "Yo, you guys will come out," but I like haven't had time to really go out there. I pitched the idea of the Tradesman Matt when I went to Austin to hang out with him for a day, and like he showed me the Tradester headquarters. It's pretty dope what they were doing out there. And we went and had lunch at this country club, and we're just chilling by the golf course. And I was like, "Bro, we should just." He's like, you know, I keep wanting to head out there and visit Pat. He's like, I just don't have any time. I'm like, yeah, me neither. I like, it'd be so fun if we all showed up with everybody we know named Matt. He actually chuckled. He'd be like, that'd be epic. But you know, they just had another kid. So Matt ain't going anywhere. He's a busy boy. The Matt's crashed the BDH live stream. Oh, that'd be the biggest stream they ever had with everybody showing up. 5 different people. Shoot. You want? Did you check in? Oh, IDOC is coming home today. Quick, hide all the evidence of the party. Gracie B, use Apex. You failed your account because they sent you an email and you're just done with them. Look, I would say Apex is kind of like fallen out of a lot of people's favor. Most people that used to use Apex have moved on to TPT as their new home. Like that, TPT is like the Apex killer. So try to take profit. And we have codes for all of them, so use our code, you get a good discount there. Hide the porn. No, she'll ask me to get it back out. Hide the oil. Yeah, we can't let her know about the oil party we had earlier. Yeah, TBT has intraday drawdown in the pro side of the account. It's just like Apex, same thing. You'll have the same experience. They don't have, but the TPT is easier on the Eval side because it's an end of the day drawdown instead of trailing. So take profits easier to pass. Go funded. Even lesser known firms are better than Apex, like Bullinox. Yeah, Bullinox is pretty good. They're just smaller. They don't get a lot of face time, but they're actually really good. Everyone that I know that's used them has said good things about Bullinox. We don't have a code there, so they're not on my promotion rotation. I try not to work with like too many companies because I want to keep it pure and I want to make sure the ones I work with I can keep eyes on and vet for. And I know a lot of affiliates try to like rack up 20, 30 different codes. I think that's poor business. I'm only going to rep product that I know I'm certain is good and that I've used myself. And so I don't add a code for every single one of them out there, but the ones I rep, I can guarantee you are stable, solid. They do payouts, no shenanigans, and I would stand behind. So TPT, take profit trader. That's usually, so that's kind of what has started getting really big. Once people are kind of getting fed up with Apex, they go to TPT. They have daily payouts too. Once you go pro, it's really nice. You really like Funded Futures Network? I haven't checked them out yet. They've reached out to me a couple times to work with them, but I get so many inquiries, I don't get a chance to respond to all of them. So I haven't really, to be honest, I haven't taken a moment to check them out. But I hear other people promote them. I think Pat promotes them a lot. I think it's where I've heard that name a lot. TPT has that intraday rule. I'll pass. Yeah. It's Johan. If you don't like intraday drawdown, then don't mess with TPT. If you want end of the day drawdown, Funded Next or My Funded Futures. Right now, Funded Next is going through some infrastructure changes. I tell you guys, hold off until they change it to have an easier time with them. If you want the best account, prop firm wise, go with My Funded Future Expert account. It's like best in class. End of the day drawdown, no consistency rules, no daily loss limit. You can't beat it. Wait, who you can't trade news where, Tyler? Oh, Funded Futures Network. I don't like that you can't trade news rule. Now, you shouldn't trade news anyways, but I hate the subjectivity of you can't trade news. That kind of like, I think that's bad form for a risk model. You should be able to avoid that kind of risk without it. You can't trade news rule. I don't like when they have it either. Wait, My Funded Future doesn't have a daily loss limit on expert. They have a total loss limit, but not a daily. They have a trailing, like an end of the day total drawdown, but not a daily one. Wait, TPT asked you to fill out your social security number, but since you're just a 1099, which you refused. Oh. Well, that's your prerogative to do that. Yeah. The expert neologic. That's like, okay. So when it comes to end of the day drawdowns, let me tell you, here's who's the best at all the different things. Okay. Let's start at the top. I'll give you guys my opinion about best of the best. All right. Trailing drawdown accounts. These are the cheap ones that have drawdowns that trail with you. We mostly hate them. Trailing drawdown. Right now, TPT is king. That's what everybody's using. Apex used to be king, but Apex is kind of like falling below TPT. What makes TPT better is because it's only trailing for funded only, not the eval. Apex is trailing in both. So TPT ranks above Apex in trailing drawdown. End of the day drawdown, which is where the account moves with you once a day. My Funded Futures is by far the top of the line of the two of the category. Expert, okay, that's the one. Other qualifying contenders are Funded Next, the one above my head here. That's probably the second best. And then Tradeify has one, which is probably the third best, but I wouldn't do Tradeify's. It's not really that strong. The other two are better for many reasons. But so I'd say Tradeify is on the list, but don't use the Tradeify growth. Instead, straight to funded, which is here, Tradeify is the undisputed king of straight to funded. Now, Tradeify also has a trailing drawdown end of the day and straight to funded. So Tradeify is advanced, growth, and expert. But in each of the respective categories, these firms I would say is better. But Tradeify's real value, in my opinion, is the straight to funded. You just can't beat it if you like the straight to funded, which I love. There is no no better place to go. And then second place is now ramping up to be equal with them. It's going to be ETF. So ETF now has a competitive Tradeify straight to funded. And then static, which is an account that has no drawdown that moves. It's just the static drawdown that sits still forever, is ETF. They're the undisputed kings of static. So this is really the breakdown as to why you should work with each one of them. Now, each one of them has different styles of each accounts, but really we want to focus on the best product per firm. And so if you're trying, I don't know if you guys agree or disagree with these rules, those of you that trade prop firms, this is the way I see it. But these are the best of each type. Trailing drawdown. Now, the benefits of trailing drawdown is they're cheaper and faster and you get multiple accounts. End of the day is a slower, more consistent payout on a schedule. Straight to funded is skipping the eval altogether to get your payouts faster in time. And static means you don't have to be, you don't have a drawdown that moves with you at all, as long as you get buffer right at the start. These are usually one of the more expensive of these two, and this is usually the most expensive. So it goes from cheap to expensive. It's usually this is the cheapest, this is the second, this is the third, this is the most expensive. Yeah. What's wrong with Tradeify growth? Absolutely nothing. It's just that funded X and my funded futures are better. Tradeify growth is 35% consistency. Funded X is 40. My funded future is 0. 0 consistency rule in my funded futures. So it doesn't mean Tradeify's is bad. Tradeify's is third best. But when you're trying to examine like what you're willing to pay for, you need to look at what's like the best of the best, right? So nothing wrong with the Tradeifys at all. Like I said, of the 10 zillion prop firms out there, Tradeify is my third best ranked one for end of the day drawdown, the growth. So my funded expert just dominates that category because of the rule set being so clean. Let me pull it for you guys. So my funded futures, the expert has no consistency rule on both eval and funded side, no activation fee and no daily loss limit. And that's just top of the line. And so for the extra cost, it's definitely worth it. With Tradeify, however, in the growth side, you're going to have a daily loss limit, number one, right? And a consistency rule on top of it. So Tradeify's for similar cost is harder in two categories. So it doesn't mean it's bad. It just means my funded futures is just slightly better. Yeah, but the target is higher. But yeah, it doesn't mean it's bad at all. It's just harder. Tradeify's straight to funded is so good. It's what I trade all day, every day. I have my funded futures expert that's now live. I have funded next end of the day that I'm trading that's funded or will be funded. Well, I have a funded account, but I have another one that's getting funded. And then I have Tradeify straight to fundeds that I trade on. ETF, I can't trade their static because I'm already live with them. I can't trade their others, but yeah. And I don't do trailing drawdowns personally, so I don't trade those anymore. How is Topstep? Topstep is in the category here. And Topstep is, I would say, probably ranked in between the two. I forgot to mention Topstep, by the way. These are just the ones I work with. And Tradeify would be fourth on the list then on offerings, because the Topstep one has a 50% consistency rule. Funded X has 40. Tradeify has 35. My funded has 0. End of the day drawdown, your daily loss limit and your consistency rule are very important to compare the two together. So Topstep, very good. Probably, I would say, second on the list, but I don't work with Topstep, so. But I also trade on Topstep as well, so it's pretty good. The only reason I'm trading on Topstep is to get on their leaderboard, and I haven't really put much effort into trading on Topstep yet. But yeah, so that's why they're all good. Plus, we don't get a code for Topstep, so we don't even get discounts with them. But all these other ones, we get huge discounts. With my funded futures right now, I get 25% off. By the way, those of you that want to trade with my funded futures, we usually only get 5, and right now they have a 25% off sale. So it's a huge sale with my funded futures right now. Are people obsessed with Topstep? They're not. It was just one of the first to be big and stable. No, not Topstep. It's Top One, not Topstep. They all kind of sound the same, right? People love Topstep because it was one of the first bigger ones. You know, like back in the day, Earn to Trade was probably the godfather, and Topstep came out shortly after. And those are like the two big ones a decade ago. And then Topstep just kind of like grew big because of the TV show that they had. And people just loved it because they marketed pretty big. There's nothing spectacular about Topstep that the other firms also don't have. They were just, you know, one of the first bigs, and they've stayed big. Good company. I don't work with them because they don't have affiliate program, but also Topstep is trying some kind of like shady business practices with like trying to get self-regulatory organizations. And now recently their data has been hacked. You know, like I heard some of the people are saying they have information that was an inside job and all kind of stuff. And I don't know. The SRO thing kind of turned me off to them, but I didn't agree with that as a political choice, but it doesn't mean they're bad. The firm is great. Trading with them's great. Payouts are great. No shenanigans. Topstep is like S tier for sure. But funded Top One was the one everybody's been pressing because they've been really bad to their customers, like really bad, screwing their customers over and banning people from Discord and trying to silence people from complaining and stuff. Yeah. Project X is better than Tradeify. Yeah, I would say so. Wait, Tyler wasn't subscribed to my channel. What? Get out. Bro. Get out of here. We're not friends anymore. They give off so many red flags. I mean, I'm not trying to press too hard on the Topstep thing, but I don't endorse them too heavily because of the red flags myself. But not to say that they're not a bad prop firm. From the business side, I don't agree with some of the things they're doing. You want me to ban him? I think Tyler gets a 24-hour ban. She heard the word ban and she's like, okay, wait, what? But yeah, let's organize. Here's the thing, right? It was like MP was out there trying to get people from all the other firms to work with him to share data on the back end so they can prevent people from cheating by like trading one firm long and the other firm short. Like I get the, you know, desire to protect your business interests, but the collusion angle of that seemed highly illegal to me. And then within months of him stating that, Topstep has this huge data breach, right? Where all their customer data and credit cards and stuff were leaked and people's credit cards are getting charged and stuff sold on the dark web. And now it's just kind of like, you know, mechanically, I lost a little faith in their system and their business choice of an SRO. I don't agree with. So I wouldn't get behind them because I wouldn't want to support, you know, a fascist movement. But as a firm, as a customer, they're awesome. There's no problem you guys will have with them at all. But if they came to me and like, hey dude, let's partner up, I would say no. I wouldn't do it. Wait, did Ty open up? Tyler, are you streaming now, bro? Wait. Did you start a YouTube channel? I thought you had a YouTube channel. You should put iDoc on as your mods. She'll completely ban everybody. Just started, bro. Nice, man. Well, anything we can do to help support you, dude. You know I'm here. But iDoc, dude, she'll ban everybody. Like she'll ban people while she's sleeping. She's a great mod to have. You just subscribed. You know what I should do? I'm gonna watch Tyler stream for like 3 whole months, and I'm still not gonna subscribe because fuck that guy. Payback's a bitch, boy. I'm just kidding. You gonna say everyone sub to the channel? I'm gonna be like, nah, I'm good. No, you can't make me. Actually need to probably go check on the dog in a little bit. Hey, what time are you're gonna be home at? What time do you need me to pick you up from the airport? At 7? Idoc's over there cutting the yard and weed whacking for her family. He's been like doing chores for like the last week. Pickles in the shadow realm? Yeah, probably. I haven't heard from him in a while. So I don't think I found another trade op. I could have grabbed this little dip here, but I kind of wanted to see something a little better. I'm not very eager to give back anything I made. I feel like I had a pretty solid day today. So things are good. Usually we don't stream all the way to close, but I might cut out sooner if nothing happens. Our boot camp starts up at close today, but then our boot camp that we do will be starting all the way over in about 2 weeks. So yeah, those of you it's your first time here, feel free to come back in the mornings because we have a big show there. Even if you're in My Funded Futures, you guys are welcome to join me in the mornings on our stream. We crush it, man. We have a good time. How do I explain the resistance at 6027? Right now we're options locked. You know, basically we're hovering in this 532 level. Just there's no momentum and there's no push. I wouldn't call it resistance. I just call it like the options are kind of like locked, right? There's a little theta burn on these 532s right here on a QQQ. So whatever the equivalent in SPY is, I think we're just kind of floating and resisting the 601 level. Same. So typically what happens is that the market has just kind of found balance here and it's not really got the momentum to kick a bunch of calls in the money that are being shorted against. Oh, a lot of times you just get locked in. It's like a theta burn on those options. I wouldn't consider like this being like, you know, guaranteed resistance. That's just what you normally see. The market was at 599, then went to 600. It's just bouncing between the two strikes, essentially. What's my thoughts on Alpha Trader? I don't know what that is. Is that a prop firm or is that a person? No clue. Johan just subscribed. Awesome, man. Normally in the mornings, we have like 800, 900 people on our morning streams. So it's pretty big. And I do most of my trading in the morning. It's pretty cool. How much, you know, how different it is. Afternoons more chill and like waiting around. Is that a $20 subscription? It's to Grace. It's Gracie. It's $20 every month, and every month we recycle the boot camp and start over, and it's different every month. So it's like live coached. We go over the videos together, and then I talk about the current market situations, and apply it currently. So it's a recurring thing. If you want to go additional months, $20 a month. YouTube is delayed by 6 seconds. I can't change that. The boot camp is by far the coolest thing we do. And let me go to Rocket Place real quick. So if you go to Rocket Place, go to Rocket Scooter. And those of you that have done the boot camp, can you leave me a review? I'd love to see it. Whatever you guys have to say about it. Boot camp is our 20-day training program. We go through every single piece of teaching you how to do risk management, position management, market avoidance strategies, stop and stop loss management, entries, exits, trade plans, everything. I mean, it's the full 20-day course, and it's become extremely popular because, you know, basically people leave reviews for it. All the customers that have taken it, you can just read it. It's like 5-star reviews. People will say like, there's nothing out there like this. This is the best place to learn trading. It's life-changing, game-changing, yada, yada. Read the reviews if you want. I'll give you the link. The reason people like it so much is that it's only $1 a day. So it's $20 a class, or $20 a month. And the classes, I spend an hour and a half to 2 hours every day teaching these classes, and it only costs you $1. That's why people like it. Fraser left review. Oh, cool, brother. Appreciate you. Do you need a mic for live streaming? Why should I help you? You're the competition now. I'm not gonna give you tips. Whatever. Figure it out on your own, enemy. Yeah, bro, you need a mic. Like, seriously. Seriously. Get a mic. Bro, I'll tell you all the right stuff you need to get. You want good setup? You want to sound good and look good like this here? It'll cost you, but put the money in. I'll give you a good mic, get you good software. I'll tell you all the tricks, man. And then you go tell Brian, because Brian needs to... I love Brian to death, but Brian needs to amp up his lighting game a little bit, okay? Bro's sitting there like he's in the dark. Brian needs lighting. He needs, you know... I'm gonna teach both you guys. I learned from iDoc. She's a professional streamer too. We got the gear, man. You gotta invest. You tell them that all the time. Really? Yeah, like, what are you over there sitting in the dark for? There's like a shadow over Brian's face. I'm gonna tell him how to do it. If you come in this office, it's an actual production studio. There's all these poles and hoists with like lights everywhere. This lighting scheme in the background there's actual, people used to think this was blue screen. This is like a long process. I've got lights, camera, sounds. You know, my voice doesn't normally sound this good. My voice normally sounds like this when I'm talking. So I got you, man. I'll hook you up. This mic right here, I've had for a decade. It only cost me like $200, and it's the highest quality mic for the value. You stream from Brian's closet. Does she stream eyeball content? Yeah, she actually talks like, she streams eyeball content. She talks shit about dudes in her life, and then she bakes cookies. And then trolls people. Sometimes talks video games. It's a very entertaining stream that she needs to get back to doing. I'm telling you, man, your stream is awesome. We would all watch you in the afternoons. She's like, hey, everybody, I'm making bread. And then she's making breads and talking about her horrible relationship that she has. Wireless Bluetooth mics. I wouldn't use anything wireless. No, like a lavalier, whatever they call it. I wouldn't. Anything Bluetooth is gonna have a delay. Even the best ones out there, you'll still have a little bit of lag behind what you say and what the receiver picks up. You want hardwired XLR. You can use USB, some people do, but I'm a very old school and analog kind of guy. I get analog, and I have to have a machine that you plug the mic cable into. But XLR, I believe, is, you know, this is what professional singers would sing with. You always have XLR cable into a mic that plugs into an amplifier. It's just straight analog signal. Pretty good. You need to power it. USB is good as well. But yeah. You can stream on your Mac. Those Rode mics, dude. Rodes are good. Well, a Mac might only can plug a USB mic into it. So if you get a mic that's non-USB, you have to get something to plug into that then converts to USB. Either way is good. And for a Mac, for simplicity, I would get USB mic. And then I have the I have the Rode Procaster. The mic plus like the stand that I got for it is like, it was like $200, I think, like 10 years ago. And then on your mic, you want one of these things. I'm sure you have a ton of these things laying around. Weird foam shits, you know, but this one is about a decade old too, and it's real frizzy at the top because I've been like spitting into it for... It smells good still. Actually smells like my cologne. Interesting. But this is windshield, or, you know, typically you put a pop guard on it, but I'm sure that blows your eardrums out, but that gets your P's from being too into the mic. So this helps, and when you blow into it, it's not that bad either. To be a good streamer, you gotta kind of have to like have like a degree in like AV nerd stuff, like audio visual. I did a lot of research, the right kind of camera, the right kind of lighting, the angles. There's a lot that goes to like getting this frame picture looking good. Do I use an audio interface? Yeah, I do. I have a an IO box over here with a bunch of inputs, and I can do my mixing on the board here. I have a software mixer that goes into, and then I have a mic preamp and mixer that this goes into, and I blend it all for the stream. What did Gurgley say? Matt giving his mic that hawk to a... I haven't heard from Pickle in like 2 or 3 hours. I wonder what he's doing. Basics you need. Yeah. Basics you need is a mic, a camera, and some lighting. You need 2 lights at minimum, 3 if you want the best quality mic, or best quality lighting. Here's where your lights need to go, Tyler. Look, let me teach you. Okay, number 1. You want a light here? This side? Like, okay, first of all, camera rules. Number 1, you can have a camera facing you like this, but I'm in the camp that a straightforward mic stream is creepy. It's like somebody staring into your eyes when they talk to you. And usually they're not looking at the camera. They're looking down. Now, again, if I'm like this and trying to instruct you and talk to you, that's fine. But if I'm just sitting there staring at my trading screen while I'm trading like this, I always felt that would be creepy, right? Can you use the camera on the Mac? You can. But look, you see how my background is like slightly blurry? This beautiful bokeh shot here. You would want to invest in a really nice streaming camera. Like I tell you, you want a good look on your stream. There's a difference between good and bad camera. Pretty scary, right? So first of all, you want to do, yeah, you can use your Mac webcam, but I would get an actual camera. Like I use a Sony mirrorless camera. It's really good. So you want your camera. I like the profile shot here. Find your best side. That way, when you're looking at the screen, you can look at the camera, but also when people are watching you look, it's more informal and it's more comfortable for them to watch. So put your camera somewhere, pick a side or maybe slightly off center, just never dead on center. Like the whole Dr. Disrespect straight on camera, his face is just like staring at you while he's gaming. It's less friendly. But now you want your 2 different kinds of lights. Number 1, if your camera's on this side, you want a light directly on your face on this side right here. Look here. Like this way. You want to light your cheeks. Well, hold on. Damn it. Here we go. You want to light up this side of your face. Okay, you want the side of your camera in is here. Now again, there will be a shadow cast on you from this light, so you need a light over here to undo that shadow. 2 lights crisscrossing will have no shadows. You see how there's shadows all over me? Hold on, wait, really quick. Oh, it's here. You also want your lighting above you, like this, coming down. It will put a little shadow under your chin, but if you wear glasses, you want your lighting elevated, because if not, you will see the reflection of the lighting in your glasses. So where it's glasses like this, the trick is The lighting comes from above, and therefore it'll put a little shadow in your chin. And the little lighting here can usually get rid of that. But the last piece of lighting you need, which I don't do because I just want room to move around, is light right here behind your head. And what this does is it separates you from the background. So if I have lighting here, it actually brings me in front of the background. When I don't have this, you see it's just like black right here, and it all just blends in. A real like lighting technician would tell me put lighting here. So really you want your lights like this, and then this fills the shadows and the camera. You just need to. Long trick. So you want a direct light on your face from whichever angle your camera is, and then you want a light over here to undo the shadows that this one causes, and then you good. 2 lights, 1 camera, 1 mic, and 1 pop guard is the minimum. That way you don't look horrible or sound horrible. That's all you need, bro. That's all you need. Now, you don't wear glasses, so you don't got to worry about the problem I had, but my lights are like, I would say that the midpoint of the light is like here. Like I'm here, and the lights are like 2 feet above me and like pointing down. When you do portrait photography, that's the same thing most people do, is they'll put, Christoph might be in here. He'll tell you, if for more portrait, for that like dynamic, kind of like standout, shadowy look underneath your face, they'll do like a light right above you, and it's angled down at 45 degrees. And that's how you get like a really good portrait shot. You see how I have shadow under my chin, not just from shaving, but with that portrait shot accentuates your face, makes it stand out a little bit. Oh yeah, this whole thing you guys watch is like a master crafted experience of lighting and sound. I spent a lot of time doing stuff. I wish I could show you guys a little bit more about the background here. I've got lighting, shadow. I've got certain filters to make the shadow softer from that orange light that bounces around. I got this special plastic sheet that diffuses a certain way. That gives like, even like, this is how much I put into it. Look at this, guys. Hold on. Like right here. Look, you can kind of see like a little soft shadow right there and a shadow right there. The lamp casts a shadow, right? The lighting around the tree, there's like tiny little bit of shadow behind this tree. Just a little bit. I wanted to create a soft, warm atmosphere. I can make this bigger for you guys to see. A little bit bigger. But yeah, like you can see so the blurriness comes from the camera. The camera has a focus up here. And so it's kind of blurry and nice back there. And then like just the soft little shadows there and stuff. Like you can have fun with lighting. Like the lamp right there creates a little burp of light. This is there, that's there. It's like really, like I spent a whole lot of time like making an experience, man. Have I tried different eyeglasses frames? No, not frames, but like the lenses are usually what will reflect the lighting. See, look. So the longest time, and you'll see streamers when they stream like straight on, you can see the reflection. Like in like their actual, especially if they wear sunglasses, especially if they wear like sunglasses. Like I always try to use Dr. Disrespect as an example of that streamer that does like a straightforward cam. You can see all his like lighting and stuff. Like it's kind of reflective, but let me see if I can show you. Like he actually has a different kind of glasses that doesn't reflect it as much, but like just staring straight into the screen, if you look really carefully, you can actually see like all his stuff, his monitors, his camera, you can see everything. And the lighting, his lighting is straight on too. Because you can see it reflected in the sunglasses. See, like every time he turns, you can see there's this key light off to the side. So the trick is to like, now see, you can see the lighting on the top frame of the glasses, but there's nothing I can do about that. But yeah, like here, like this, a long time ago, before I got better at this, dude, used to, my eyeballs would look like this the whole time. You would see me streaming and I would have like this glowy eye here. And so as the years go by, I learn how to get slightly better at this. And I always try to like micromanage and improve the look of it. It becomes a fun little project. Like a Saturday, I'll come by, I'll have an idea that I want to work on or something. Frames is just for looks. Oh no, these are, I'm blind as shit. Super blind. Ricky just got in. He's now joining like an optics class. Tyler just started streaming, so I'm helping him learn the ropes. I'm passing the knowledge on to the youth of tomorrow. Right now, the S&P is pulling back just a tiny little bit. It's a little stock selling here. Nothing too alarming or crazy, but this is probably a good place to maybe start thinking of a trade somewhere. I've been waiting all day to see something happen. But we got 30 minutes till market closes. I don't think it's worth tapping unless it does fall to open or something and I pop along up a half gap. Is CPT passing one day? Yes, I think. Wait, I don't know. What's the consistency role in TPT? Do you guys know? I look amazing without my glasses. Oh, thank you. Hi, how you doing? Is it 50%? Oh, so it's a 2-day pass. Oh, is it 5 days? So 5 days and 50% consistency. Oh, okay. Don't think I'll be able to get my fingers in my eyes. I was never able, like I tried to do contacts one time and I was like never able to get it in right and it didn't sit right. And I got so fed up, I just threw them away and gave up on the project. Oh, speaking of, hold up. Maybe. I didn't have a good eye doc at that point. Oh, let me see what I got. I get a haircut this week too. Yeah, I can buy on a second dip maybe. Okay. Okay. So I just got some commentary. I missed it from earlier, but from Funded Next, they said, hey, there's a bit of delay in getting the funded accounts. As I was saying, you know, my customers are frustrated because the funded account has taken so long. And just to get reassurance, he says, I promise you that this issue will get solved. We're actively working on it, and we are bringing something very beneficial for the traders along with some new models. I believe all these frustrations will go away. Please keep supporting us. And appreciate you telling me all the issues as they come. Excellent. Okay. So yeah, they're changing. See, they listen to us. I like that we have the ability to, you know, assist the firm into making some better decisions. What's the direct to funded consistency? Oh, I need to educate myself on their new program. I really need to learn this myself. The word consistency doesn't show up on the page, so I don't know. Oh wait, they have their consistency rules different. That's right. They have their rule. They have a different way of doing consistency. You have to make $300 for it to count as a trading day. Each day must have realized profits equal to at least 38% of your best trading day to count as an active trading day. For 30, okay, hold on. Each active trading day must have realized profits equal to at least. I think that's phrased differently. I'm gonna get them to clarify that. Their rule is basically like it for a minimum trading day to count. What they did was if you went over whatever the consistency target is, then they would raise the minimum that you had to make per day for it to count. I think they worded that differently. Each active trading day must have realized profits equal to at least 38% of your best trading day to count. You have to make, that doesn't make sense. I think it should be no more than instead of at least. The wording is backwards. But there's two different ones. One's for 25K and one's for 50K. They're slightly different. How are we going to finish off this day, you guys? Market go up, market go down. What do y'all think? What do y'all think? Up or down? How's it roll? How's it rolling, baby? What are we thinking? Let me check on this account here. One of my accounts is very close to payout. Let's see how far I need to go with it. How far do you need to go? This one needs to make... Oh, yeah, I need to make some around that one. Okay. MOC coming in 30 minutes. We going up, we going down. What are we thinking? What are we thinking? Close up, close down. That's a weird resistance, right? We've just been hugging that one level all day. What do I want to do? Probably nothing. Market's too close. I mean, we've been falling to this key area. S&P stabilizing, NASDAQ just resisting and holding the same spot. Supporting the same spot, resisting the same spot. Hit them highs in the close, baby. Probably see if we can push a little higher. Let's put this on tick chart here. Watch the flow into close. I'll put my tick chart over here to the side that we can watch that. Trying to make a little run for it. What do you guys think? We run up in the close, MOC, we get a burp. What do y'all think? What's the verdict? What are we thinking? It's your first day here, Gracie? Oh, cool. Well, welcome to the stream. Let's make it fun with the boring price action. You got to fill up the space somehow. But yeah, I'm going to take my 8 grand and be happy with it. Can't complain about making a gain, I guess. Kind of like this fairly predictable bouncy price action. I haven't found a good setup since I got here, though, in the afternoon stream. Looks like the market's trying to hold this area. It's kind of middle range, 850 level. It's all the way here. I wonder if we just get like a giant FU where the market just goes and flushes everyone out, you know? Keep this handy just in case I need it. I got a tick chart over here. I'm watching the just watching the flow. There's a little red coming out of there now. Bring in a flush. Kind of nice. I'd like to get an entry. You ever trade the tick candles, Renko bars? I don't. I'll have the tick chart up so that I can watch the flow a little bit better. I find it to be easier when I'm like fine tuning an entry just to, and like trying to see, okay, where's that activity coming in and where's that activity going away? It's a lot easier to see on a tick chart how active the market is at a certain level. Just helps me see the flow and it's speeding up a lot or slowing down. Ooh, big selling pressure. It'd be nice to get a dip. This is a 25 tick chart. So it's like way zoomed in to the orders. A 25 tick chart gives you like tons of candles, like a minute, sometimes 20, sometimes 50, just depends on how active it is. So I like the big candles allow me to see like big orders and stuff pretty quickly. Volume's creeping up with some selling. Let me check Apple real quick. Uh-oh, it's priming up for another leg down, maybe. Low consolidation. What's going to happen? Do I get an entry point to close out? Bring it home. Bring it home to daddy. Close out my day with another. I don't know if I want to trade so late into the day, but it'd be nice to get something to play with. I'm waiting for a good entry. This is all good entry from here. Which S&P? Because S&P is like the one that's nearby. I still think up from here to close the day. Resilience came down a little tiny bit, but resilience is still good to support the open. This might be a dip worth buying. But I'm still a little far away from my target. 6 points S&P a little lower would be nice. I'd probably be like a picky wuss about this, but I want to hit the target. 805. I don't think we drop 40 points in NASDAQ. But anything's possible. Volatility's good. VIX is good. Nothing's crazy. There's no alarming, like anything alarming in this setup here. Nothing looks bad. You just won't overtrade. End to close. There's really no reason to push it too hard. This is some unusual selling pressure, I would say. But just balancing out the day. Do you use any indicators? I use just what's on the Rocket Scooter platform. Very few indicators in the traditional sense. I trade off of levels and I trade off of confluence. Like just a handful of numbers up here. I've got one little chart down here at the bottom with something on it. Am I longing or shorting? Well, no, I definitely want to buy the dip off of this box down in here. If we fall to here, I'm longing for sure. S&P is the one that's closest to its target. Essentially, we've kind of been in the same place all day. Pull up NASDAQ here. We've got 15 minutes to close. I don't know. I mean, it's the end of the day. I don't think there's good trades, to be honest. It would just be a gamble. Like, do I even care? Some big ass selling pressure today. I go into MOC here. Like that was definitely a exhaustion type candle here. That run with high volume. Let me pop it. Maybe I do want to take it right at the bottom here. Let's hit a NASDAQ. Actually, I probably should have grabbed ES. Yeah, whatever. Let's see if we hold that open area. Resilience is still good. Things are good. Box is open. I probably got in a little earlier. I just put one on it. All right. Let me get that power hour selling into close. Should probably be okay. So take a little bit of a... My faith in this is very low. Like, just like a bet that we hold open. My conviction's not too strong on this. But everything is not bad. I was like waiting all day to get a good dip to play on. Surprising how quickly the market is taking a little profit into the day here. As much as it held all day, I thought we were going to probably strike through the highs to close, but I don't think today is doing that. There's not a lot of order flow to the buy side here. S&P took a little bump. See if NASDAQ is any better. And the S&P certainly looks good. You're 1 minute till the market gets exciting. How are we closing this today? Holy shit. What the fuck? Okay. All right. Okay. I'll take it. That was good. Goodbye. That was fun. Okay. I'll take it. That was cool. Yeah, everything still looked decent. I like it. MOC was great for us there, man. Do I want to pop one more, just finish out the day higher, or what? Nah, you know what? That's over trading. I did what I wanted to do. Resilience is positive, data's positive, everything's positive. Bull, bull, bull. At least seeing it close higher would be kind of nice. Yeah, that green candle puts you at 0 for the day, and you're getting off of it. Wait, were you down, Devin? And you turn your red day into a not red day. There you go, man. That feels good. That's a good feeling, man. Don't do what I did last Friday. You mean Thursday? No, Friday was good. Thursday I fucked up. Thursday I fucked up when I got off stream. Thursday I was up 1,000. I got off stream. I was down 9 by the end of the day. So I lost like 10 grand between A and B. I'm cold. Probably go check on Pickle in a second. That was cool, guys. I had some fun with that one. We went right back up to that previous support range area. How much does the S&P move? Wasn't too bad. S&P was barely anything compared to NASDAQ. NASDAQ was huge. Let me see what's going on with Nvidia's holding hedge pressure. Yeah, that was another thing too. It's a very, very low probability that we like lose Nvidia's hedge pressure in the close. Have your great rest of the day. All right, man. I'll see you tomorrow for sure. Oh shoot, I didn't even take a break before boot camp. Okay, well, boot camp today, you guys. Let's go, NASDAQ. Let's go. It's running pretty good. I wonder what's going to happen now to close out the day, though. Selling pressure on that? Will we see it? Market the same spot? MHP NASDAQ? What do we think? It's bouncing like at the same exact place. What do we think? What do we think's gonna happen? MHP holds. We should bounce on this 830 level, I think. What should I do? I don't like trading like this, though. I'm just speculating. We saw from the close, it'd be interesting. Probably not, but typically your MHP holds 90% of the days don't break through it and close down. So like Nvidia and other things that support could probably like move pretty good. See, that's gonna have a hard time selling off. It's pretty violent couple of minutes. I mean, not violent like we've seen violence before, like of hundreds of points in the close, but it's pretty crazy. Some pretty choppy green candles there. There's still some selling pressure, but there's a lot of like rebalancing and covering right here. There's a lot of buying, just the market's absorbing that pressure, and then once it's off, it's like trying to pop. Come on, market. Hang in there for tomorrow. I want it to close higher so that tomorrow is good and we get a cleaner day. If it doesn't sell tonight and we get at least closing at least maybe above the 870 level, I would love for this to close up here. This would be perfect for tomorrow to close because we're approaching key levels and we can hit those levels tonight and then we'll get some activity tomorrow. You know, before CPI, before all the good data comes out. 4 minutes till market, everybody. Till market close, we'll start boot camping a little bit. We'll see y'all there. Do I think we'll go down somewhere? No. No, I don't think we move until CPI, which is Wednesday, I think. It's Wednesday, right? CPI will be where you'll see the big movement in the market. I don't think the market's going to make any clear moves before CPI. Unless information gets leaked or something. All right, it's been a fun day, you guys. I guess I'll walk you in the close, but then as soon as we close, I'm closing out. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to use code Rocket Scooter everywhere you go. Support us, support the stream. Subscribe to the channel, of course. We'll be here in the morning, live streaming like we are every single day. I had a 10K day today. Hell yeah, let's do it. Across all my funded accounts, 10K, that's good. Had a 9K loss on Thursday though, so kind of just work that back out. Ooh, it's cold in here. Thanks, bro. Appreciate you guys, man. Love y'all to death. And in 3 minutes, we'll call it. No closing. I'll just end the stream. 9K loss tomorrow. Let's go. Yeah, hopefully. No, just kidding. Ooh, we're getting a lot of movement here. Those 2 up candle burps we got didn't actually manifest in any continual buying. Selling pressure is pretty heavy right now. I think maybe pre-CPI selling, but we're going to see a lot of that tomorrow. We might trade a little bit lower tonight, but I wanted to close higher of those like really solid pivots I wanted us to touch. I wanted us to hit this 942 and then sell off from there. I would have loved to have been tonight interacting with these. I don't want to be down here, which means it's going to take all day tomorrow to get there. So looks like they were closing in any spectacular fashion, lower or higher. I would say that probably in the last minute or two, we might get some rocket green candles out of here. Or maybe, or rocket red. Anyway, it's like a crapshoot. It should hold, but we'll see. We should be able to hang in here. This turned into a doji candle real quick for the day. If we close right here, exhaustion, doji, spinning top sort of candle. If we close here, I want to see a hammer to finish off the day tomorrow. I think we should at least tap this 942-ish level before we sell off into CPI. Last couple minutes here. But awesome. Whoa, that always surprises me. I just startled the damn bell. All right, you guys, I love y'all. We'll see y'all tomorrow.